In this video, we're going to show you how to open up and run and set up RSEmulate 500 and link it with an RSLogix 500 program to test your application without a PLC connected. Step one is to create a ladder logic program in RSLogix 500. I've pre-programmed the logic that you see, a 3-wire circuit with a start-stop button and an output. Created this with the file name emu_demo, and I've saved it into a folder that I can identify with. And the important step here is that when you're done, that you verify the project, which compiles it and puts it in a format that RSEmulate can access. And once you're done, you can just minimize that window. Okay, step two is to open up the RSEmulate 500 application. This assumes that you've already downloaded and installed it correctly on your laptop or PC. I'm going to open up the instance that I got below in the taskbar. You might get this error come up, but it should work without it. So if you just say OK, you get the emulate screen. And what we want to do is open a file and point it to the RSLogix 500 program that you just made and saved. So I click File, click Open, and I save my file in a folder called Labs. Hopefully you remember where you saved yours, and the file name was emu_demo. And all you have to do is say Open, and then this window pops up. And in this screen, you could use the defaults for the first two windows, but under Station Number for the emulate, we want to use Station 0. So I'll type in 0 for that and say OK, and that's it. And then you see emu_demo shows up here at Station 00. Step 3 is to configure a driver in RSLogix links. I'm going to open up links from the icon on the taskbar below, and I'm going to go to Communications, Configure Drivers. Under the pull-down arrow towards the bottom, you should see a SLIC 500 emulate driver, and this occurs if you've loaded the emulator and run the emulator. So I point to that, add new, use the default name, and I got to give it a station number, and here's where I give it a number different than the station number in emulate. So I'm going to use 1 for the links driver, say OK. You see it's running, and now you see it show up over here on the left. I could expand it, and if it's working right, you're going to see your RSLogix 1100 demo that we opened up in the emulate. So if that looks okay, you could minimize that. Okay, we're going to go through part 4, and what part 4 is going to really show us is how we put everything together. And this is assuming that you've completed the install of Emulate 500, you opened it up and selected the file you created in Logix 500 and saved. And it also assumes that you were able to configure an emulate driver in RSLinks. Okay, let's make everything work together here now. So I'm going to open up RSLogix 500, the program that we saved and is running in the emulator. Now, we could do two things here. We could go online, or we could do a download. And let's just try a download for the shortcut way here and see. Actually, let's go online, because it should be running in the emulator. And it did come up. You see we're online by the circular ladder icon. We're in the program mode, and I could select and go into run. And we say yes, we're sure we want to go into run, and everything's happy. Now our RSEmulate 500 does not have a series of virtual push buttons or output lights. So the best we could do is toggle inputs and see our outputs in logic work in the ladder diagram section here. So I'm going to show you how to do that. We highlight the ladder window by clicking in the blue bar. And this is a typical start-stop circuit here. And when it's up and running, it closes this contact here, which starts a timer. So the way you toggle a bit is you highlight the bit you want to toggle, right click, and say toggle bit. And now you can see the output picked up, and it's picked up here, and the timer's timing. And then if I toggle it again, which will toggle it off, you see the output stays picked up because the logic is still true through the fill-in circuit. Means it's still picked up here, and we're still timing. So you could go through and simulate your ladder logic this way, and you could test your code if your strategies, logical control strategies that you have for homework or for any project that you're working on. It gives you a way to use the software without having to be with the physical PLC or be at school. So hopefully this helped, and it'll get you some tools to work with to take care of your projects. So good luck and have fun.